Now, you may know your football and your Formula One, but how much do you know about handball and hockey? With over 300 medal events, the Olympics offers plenty of opportunities for betting on what could be called obscure sports. Bookies aren't necessarily always the experts either, so perhaps a chance to get one over on them. Sporting Index's Ed Fulton is with me for a look at how to make money on the games. Ed, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Let's start with, who would you back for gold in the men's 55-kilo Greco-Roman wrestling? No, I'm only kidding, don't worry. Let's start with a lot of people taking a punt on how many medals or gold medals Team GB are going to get. We got 47 in Beijing and UK Sport wanting 48 this time. What are the odds on that?
Well, we're thinking there'll be 23, 24 gold medals for the UK, something like that. Total medals 62, 64. So obviously the bronze and silvers count there. I think the key for all British athletes in the games is a quick start. If we get off and get a couple of golds early on, it takes the pressure off the people to come later, and they'll relax a bit more, and I think you'll get a glut of goals at home. If there's a couple of disappointments early, and they're saying the focus will be on people like Jessica Ennis, who are expected to get goals, then I think it could be a slightly awkward games for Britain. So I think a lot of punters will perhaps just see what the flavour of the first few days is, and then get a feel for it from that point of view. But normally you see, cynicism here and people looking to sell the Great British Performance. But I've got a feeling that people are going to get behind them and just nudge the prices up as the next few days progress. OK, well, we'll keep monitoring that. And you've got a strong tip on which events us Brits are going to perform well in, and it's got an awful lot to do with sitting down. Yeah, we're doing a fun market called Bottoms Up, because we tend to specialise in events where we are not sedentary, because that would be the wrong thing to say about these wonderful athletes, but canoeing, equestrian, rowing, cycling and sailing, which we've excelled at in the past. And we're looking at, 12.8 to 13.3 is our current price. So we're looking at 12, 13 gold medals, or 31, 32 total medals in these disciplines. We've got Zara Phillips, Ben Ainsley, Chris Hoy, Bradley Wiggins, all these sort of top people. So I think that's going to be... It's a fun market, but I think it's going to be a very popular one, because that's our concentration of talent, if you will. So that's bottoms up. That's one way of looking at it. The other one is the bet for the brave on the Brits actually performing, and you've got a top 10. Yes, well, very similar market. We're putting together the sort of the creme de la creme, if you like. And so if you're thinking some of our lesser lights, you don't really want them in your betting portfolio. You can just concentrate on that, and you'll get the focus of those top 10. But I mean, the market, I have to say this, I'm not bigging up the company, but we've been really working at this for 18 months, 12 months. And I heard Mitt Romney this morning has said he's questioning Britain's preparedness and enthusiasm for the games. Well, I'd like to point him towards the Sporting Index website, and he can spend an hour just going through every single market. I mean, any sport you're interested in at all, it's all there. It's the trading floor is unbelievable. They're just I've never seen anything like it. And it's the Olympics. It's not generally what people regard as a major betting opportunity, but I'm not sure he's going to be looking at that the website. His wife might, because of course she's got a horse in the dressage. But let's get on to the cycling. I mean, obviously, if we mentioned Bradley Wiggins winning the Tour de France, and we've got 14 medals in Beijing, can we beat that in the cycling? Well, I think so. I mean, the British cycling effort seems to be phenomenal, and there's Brailsford, I think, is a chap who's sort of running everything, and Hoy can't even get a ride in the sprint now. He's and he's very graciously said it's the right decision. So I don't see why, particularly on the back of what Wiggins has done, phenomenal really. Why they won't dominate at home in this beautiful new velodrome they've built, and I think I think that'll be the focus as well. The BBC are going to really, I think, 26 channels they're donating to the games. And I think so. Cycling is going to be very much almost on a par with the athletics, I think, this time. And I wouldn't be surprised if we even went beyond what we did in Beijing. OK, well, speaking of the athletics and the blue ribboned event, the 100 metres in the men's, could be an amazing spectacle with potentially all the finalists having run below 10 seconds for the first time ever. Bolt, presumably the favourite, but he's got his fitness worries, hasn't he? He has got his fitness worries. We can't split them. We're doing a match bet between Blake and Bolt, the two fantastic Jamaicans, and we're 1.5 choice and 10 points for winning, and then margin of victory as well. So I have a sneaking suspicion that Bolt might win the 200, but Blake's beaten him. He's a younger athlete. I always think that the 100 is it's a younger man's game, and there's been too many negatives about Bolt to completely trust him. No one would be surprised if he went out and did something special. I mean, we think the winning time is going to be 9.7, roughly around that. But obviously, if the track's running quick and the weather, heats up a bit. I've got a feeling Blake might just do Bolt, but
okay.
Punters can't split him.
Well, and we're talking of Jamaicans. You've got a Cool Runnings best. Tell us about that one.
Well, that's quite. Yeah. Well, this is the men's and women's. You've got the 100-metre final, 200-metre final, and the 4x100 for the men and the women. That's 6 events. 25 points for each Jamaican who wins those. And then if all of those 6 events are won by a Jamaican, you get a 50-point bonus. So you're going to get a maximum makeup of 200. We're incredibly high on this, I think. 100, 108. So they're going to have to win at least 4 and then into 5 events. But it's looking like they've got 4 in the bag already. So it's quite a tricky one, this. I think the 200 could make up here. They could just completely dominate and you'll get the 50-point bonus. And I think that I'll be very interested to watch this market over the next few days to see what punters are that confident in the Jamaicans.
Couple more quickly, if we can. In swimming, of course, we got the duel in the pool. Michael Phelps aiming to become the greatest Olympian gold medal winner, but facing a tough challenge from teammate Ryan Lochte.
Yeah, I mean, the Phelps story is very interesting. He's obviously, went and ate hamburgers for 2 years and had no interest. Now he's come back, and I always think the chap who's emerging is the one to follow Lochte. I'm not a swimming expert, so I'd let the punters make their own mind up, but it will be fascinating. And I think the Americans, just watching a lot of American coverage this week, they're really focusing on this Phelps-Lochte battle. I think that's their Olympics.
Finally then, overall medals tables, China and the US usually fight this one out. Team GB hoping for a 4th place. What do you reckon on that?
Yeah, 3rd or 4th. It looks we've got GB and Russia fighting out 3rd and 4th. China and USA obviously well clear, and Aussie 2nd. So I think if we come 3rd and get 25, 26 golds, that will be considered a pretty good games. I don't think we can dream about challenging the 2 superpowers, but
brilliant.
Who knows?
OK, thank you very much indeed for that. Plenty to look forward to. That is it for now. My thanks to Ed Fulton of Sporting Index there from the London Stock Exchange studios. Do follow all our programmes on Twitter @Reuters Insider. I'm Nigel Stevenson. This is Reuters.